Today, probably not a tarot reading video, but about opinion, personal opinion, based on personal experience. I want to respond to the comments our fellow White Swan 9. Yeah, she's a member. This is very important, and I've been thinking to talk about this. I think it's time, yeah, since I feel the call to make a video about it. I want to know why RM says BTS and ARMY are dating. Isn't spending time together in person, getting to know each other daily habits, priorities in life, energy matching are all part of dating. She started it with the right idea, yeah, which is I'm getting to know you, you're getting to know me in personal level, yeah. And I consider RM as very sensible, intelligent, and kind human being. But why to even put a concept of love and dating into girls' head over and over when it's an entertainer fans relationship? If BTS won't cross professional line with the fans, which they are fully entitled to and right about, why to even flirt on camera? They have long past struggling pace. Lots of girls have wasted time on them thinking something might happen between them and BTS somehow. This is biggest reason BTS will face negativity when they will reveal their relationship or partners. That's right. Yeah. It will be their undoing. I think Jungkook got aware about it most now. I want to look for video statement where RM said that BTS and ARMY are dating. But first, something came up to me, which is the AI overview, which is from Google. Yeah, it says RM hasn't said BTS and ARMY are dating in a romantic sense. Rather, he emphasized the deep familial bond and mutual respect between BTS and their fans, advocating for personal privacy and boundaries while encouraging self-love and genuine connection. Right. We need to. Okay, let's say RM has referred to ARMY as his girlfriend or love in affectionate ways during performance and broadcasts like changing Love is a Lie or to Love Ain't a Lie in Run lyrics. Viewing ARMY as his significant love support, not a literal girlfriend. A common endearing phrase used by K-pop idol to express deep appreciation for fans, though some fans find it cringy or prefer he not say it, with discussion over often arising around his relationship status and public perception. He did say that Army is our girlfriend. I also ever watch interview when the interviewer asks, "Do you all have girlfriend?" And they say that Army is our girlfriend, right? I think that's where your question is coming from. So I think what RM said is it's not that we are dating Army in a romantic situation, but it's like you're saying, I'm marrying my job. When you say that, not literally that your job is wearing a ring under your name, because obviously, in an example, your job is a writer, you're not the only one who's marrying your job, right? So it's similar to that, not in a romantic way. Maybe to be fair, I'm going to pull the cards. What RM means when he said that we're dating Army. Guys, you need to trust that I'm not picking the card to control the narrative. So the cards I have is the artist, and then I got 4 of coins, and then I got 2 of cups. The artist is his position, his situation. The artist signifies an illusion, an imaginary, yeah. Also about inspiration, muse, ideas, yeah, which means he is inspired by Army. And then 4 of coins, of course, I think this is a rhetoric just to keep his audience engaged. It's part of his way to keep the fans' loyalty to him by showing gratitude and affection to the fans. Now, I want to clarify more about these 2 of cups just to see what the energy behind these 2 of cups. We got the Fool. Yeah, this is right or die. And then we got King of Cups, and then we got the Hermit. Yeah. So if you're wondering, did RM implies a romantic meaning when he said that he is dating Army? I don't think so with the Hermit here. Yeah. But he did love Army. Yeah, King of Cups is signifies a deep unconditional love. This is someone who really love you. So he did really love Army, but it's not a kind of romantic love. It is a kind of love where you're my ride or die. And also the artist is a big part of it. Somehow I feel like when he create his music piece, he imagined, will the fans like this? Will Army love this? He want to give to the Army. So that is what he means when he said that. It's nothing about real dating. Yeah, it's similar to when you say that, oh, I'm marrying my job. Means you are in love with your job. Means your job is everything, right? And also it's similar with saying, when you're saying, I'm dating myself, means you're trying to get to know yourself, right? Not in a way that you want to date your own reflection on a mirror, right? Aside of this, I want to talk more about parasocial relationship because it has something to do with this question, obviously, yeah. I think that it's normal to have a dream about a celebrity or someone that you thought is the one. It is very normal. When I was younger, I also experiencing a dream about a stranger give me a hug or a stranger is being in love with me. It's very normal dream. It doesn't mean that you have a special connection with them. Sometimes dream is just a release of the idea that is heavily on your mind. You keep thinking about it, and so it's released in your dream. Yeah, because you suppressed it. It doesn't mean that if you dream about someone means you and that person are gonna get married one day. It doesn't mean like that. Also about parasocial relationship. An example, sometimes when Jimin flirting with a camera, people think that Jimin is flirting with them through the camera because they think that Jimin know that you're gonna watch that, and so he flirts with the camera, and then so you think it's a message specifically for you. You have to know that when he did that, he's not thinking about a specific person. He's just being flirty with camera because he knows fans are going to like it. Yeah, and also the most important part in a relationship is what I highlight here. Yeah, spending time together. Yeah, getting to know each other. There's an energy exchange between you and them. Yeah, it's all part of dating. If it's only you who know their name but they don't know your name, the situation isn't fair. It means you give a lot of energy to them but not receiving anything back. In example, someone spent 2 days straight just to watch BTS content because they are very hooked to one of the boys. It doesn't mean that it's a soul recognition. It can feel as if you think that I know this person somewhere. It can also feel like as if I'm so attracted to him. I never feel like this before. This must be something special. Yes, it must be something special because you never felt that way before, but is it also how they feel about you? And even if so, how do you know that they also feel that way to you? Sometimes, based on my own personal experience, whenever people ask, do I have a spiritual connection with Jimin, Jungkook, Taehyung, Suga, whatever? The card will always say that yes, you have. Yeah, the card will always say the Nine of Cups, the Lovers. But why is that happening? Because it's the strongest, most dominant energy. And the one that is closer to me is you, not the BTS members. Yeah, I don't have any connection with them. I don't have a soul connection with them, and I'm not even their soulmate. Yeah, so of course the energy that show up in the cards is gonna be coming from your energy, and your energy sometimes reflect the idea you have about the BTS members. That's why sometimes it shows something like Ace of Cups, Four of Wands, Queen of Cups. Yeah, which is cards that showing a deep love, familial, and also sometimes a promise that you're gonna meet this person one day. Also, I cannot really judge people who say that I am BTS future spouse, because everything happened for a reason. So we know that they are very far, they have no energy towards us, they are very vulnerable to be molded by us, to be whatever we think they are. And that's why we are free to have a narrative about them, whether it's like, oh, Jimin is in love with Jungkook. Whatever he do, it's gonna match that narrative. Or, in example, Jungkook is my future spouse or my twin flame. We had a past life in Egypt, ancient Egypt, and I was a princess. He was a king, in example, yeah. And the proof is this. Whatever Jungkook do, it's gonna match that narrative. Why is this happening? Because they are very far away. We don't have any close connection with them. We don't know their true character, we don't know their true history, and that's why they are very vulnerable to push our own narrative into whatever they do. And here is how they are acting as a mirror for us all. What I mean by mirror for us all is that you have to pay attention. What did the narrative that you believe about Jungkook is saying? In example, I was married to Jungkook in past life, and then we having an affair, and then my real husband don't like it, but he get me to elope, but it doesn't work well because I died in a storm and he's feeling so brokenhearted. And that's why whenever you read cards for him, it's always show up that he is traumatized by something in the past. It was my energy. You can put your narrative there. It can be fit. Why? Because you don't know who the real Jungkook is. He's just acting as a model that you can mold whatever you like. But actually, whatever narrative you have about your bias or the one you have crush on is actually telling more about who you are than who they are. That's why I am here with my tarot and my channel. Yeah, just to present you what their story is. Yeah, but also I'm not gonna claim that my version is the most righteous, as I can also make mistake with my interpretation. I also have a bias because I'm also a human with my own history, right? But at least I'm gonna try to be as honest as I can about how I feel about the cards and present it to you, because my intention is just to help you to clarify which one is probably true and probably wrong. I just give you another perspective other than your own narrative about them. Now, let's get back to the narrative. Yeah, when they acting as a mirror, of course it's gonna feel mirroring. Yeah, because they are really acting as a mirror for us. But this is not what twin flame mirroring is about. Yeah, because the mirroring that you have with them is actually a reflection of yourself, not reflection of who they are. In twin flame, the reflection that she reflects to you, I mentioned she because my twin flame is a female, yeah? That she reflects to you is who she truly is. But when it's come to you, you feel like you see your own self. And this is happening because you know her personally, you have contact them, you know the energy imprint of them, and you also have a history together. That is twin flame mirroring. Let's say that Jimin, true character, is 5 of Wands. Yeah. And your true character is 7 of Swords. So when you see Jimin, you feel attracted to Jimin because there are some familiar situation that Jimin brings to you. An example, if you are dealing with unrequited love, you always fell for someone who's only going to give you a sense of unrequited love. When you see Jimin, your soul, your intuition knows that if I fell for this person, I'm gonna experience that unrequited love again. And that's why you feel attracted to Jimin. Your intuition know that This is the familiar karmic situation that I have from years to years or from past life. This is the unfinished business that I have with myself, which is unrequited love. I always love someone that is out of reach, that is never gonna return the love back to me. And so when you see Jimin, your intuition already know that this person is not gonna give that love back to me. And so you feel that attraction, and that's why you feel so familiar to Jimin, in example, or Taehyung or Jungkook. The familiarity is not because you know them, but because of what they can give you if you have a relationship with them. But why specifically them? Because there's, of course, there are another, like Jungkook, Taehyung, and blah, blah, blah. Maybe because of another aspect. Maybe because your higher self choose Jimin, because Jimin is soft and your heart is a bit stubborn. And so his softness energy is something that you're looking for to introduce that there's another option. You don't have to be this stubborn. Look at this man. He's very soft. He's very gentle. That's why you feel attracted to Jimin. So that is the explanation of the familiarity that is happening in parasocial relationship. That is why you feel such a connection with them, because there is a karmic lesson to be learned here. So what to do if you find yourself in a parasocial relationship? Short answer, self-love is the most important thing to save yourself if you find yourself in a parasocial relationship. Why self-love? Because if you love yourself enough, you gotta set a healthy boundaries with other people. In example, me and Jimin is dating, but I never see him in my house. When I get into trouble, when my roof is leaking, he is not there for me. I do it myself to fix the roof. Yeah. When I have to move out from house one to another house, I do everything alone, all by myself. He's not there for me. Maybe some people gonna argue, oh, but he's there as your support. Yeah. Just looking at his poster already give me an energy boost. I'm feeling such an energy surge entering my soul, and I know that it's his spirit helping me to clean up everything, so I'm ready to move out alone. This is magical, this is unusual, and this must be a sign. And no, it's not. He is not there for you when you're in trouble, when you need someone to wipe your tears. He's not there for you, but only in your imagination. You imagine him being there for you and wiping your tears and give you a hug. He enter your dreams to hug you. It still counts as he's not there for you. You are facing everything alone. You have to stop giving excuses that, no, he is there for me in my dream. So that is the only way he can be there for you. That is the only piece of his life that he can be there for you, which is true fantasy, imagination, and dream. It still counts as he is not by your side. It's not him who hug you. That is a strong boundaries that you have to set with your boyfriend, whether it's parasocial or not parasocial. In the marketplace, there's a seller. Yes, somebody sells this white thing. Yeah, I forgot the English. For, let's example, $1,000. Someone comes and he really need this white thing from you, and nobody else sells these white things. You're the only one who sells this. But he don't have $1,000. So what would he do? He would bargain. He would try to lower the price. How? By degrading this thing. Oh, look, this thing is so ugly. Yeah, this is just a piece of junk. Yeah, I don't know why you even sell this. This is deserve a place in the trash. You think this is deserve $1,000? No, it's not. It's broken. It's ugly. It doesn't look good. Yeah, and I've seen something better, he lied. Yeah, I've seen something sell better here. And even so, the price is only $50. So if you don't have a strong boundaries and you really want to sell this thing, you gotta agree with him. You gotta lower your price. Okay, 100 $100. Yeah. He saw that you lower that price. He gotta push more. No, I only have $50. How about I give you $40 because I need the $10 for my travel back home. Because you really want to sell this, you gotta agree with that. You're supposed to have $1,000 and it's worth $1,000. You were right, but you receive only $40. Why? Because you are desperate to sell this thing. You don't know the value of this thing. You don't know that only you sell this special thing. You don't know how special this is. So you agree when somebody come and say it has no value and you should sell it $40. That is what happened when you're in a parasocial relationship and you lower your price into the fantasy kind of meeting in a dream, meeting in fantasy. The only thing that he can give you is his poster on your wall. That is what you agree of. That is how low you set your price. Your love is something special. It deserves $1,000. It's not deserving even $999. Don't. Now, what happened if that seller refused to sell this for $40 because he know the value? The seller's gonna laugh. Ha, buddy, you think you're gonna make me sell you that cheap? I know the value of this thing. I am the only person who sell this thing in this area. If you want this, you gotta pay $1,000 because if you want to buy this, it's only exists in another continent and you're gonna need $10,000 just to travel abroad and it's gonna cost you more than that. So what I sell you right now is something special. You cannot find it anywhere and I'm not making any discount of this because I know the value of the thing that I sell. $1,000, if you can't, go home and cry. Maybe he's gonna pass. He gotta call you a loser. He gotta call you stupid. He's gonna walk away. But it's gonna save you from someone taking $960 from you that you deserve. And maybe after he left, somebody come at you and beg you, please sell this to me. I'm willing to buy it for $2,000. So you sell this, $2,000. Which one has better ending? Would you sell your pride, your love, your precious heart for a lowest chip? Is that what you deserve? A poster on the wall? Someone that you talk to but they cannot talk back to you? Someone that you look into their eyes but they don't look into your eyes back? Someone who you know their name, you know their birthday, you know their habits, you know their character, but they know nothing about you. And you call them your boyfriend? You call them your twin flame? Is that how low you set your price? Think about it. Yeah? Even if you are their girlfriend, you're a girlfriend with Jimin, in example, or Jungkook, but they're never there for you. They never come to you. You still have to see that this is a red flag. Just because they are celebrities, so you lower your price. Your needs to be hugged by them, to be held by them. Just because you want a status, you want to win a status as their girlfriend or so-called future spouse. I don't care the reason. If they are not there when you need them, If you have to face everything by yourself and all they can give you is their poster on the wall, their music in your playlist, you have set your heart cheap. You have sell your heart cheap. Yeah, that is how cheap you think you are. Yeah, it's not a self-love. So if someone isn't there for you, it's already saying a lot about what relationship you have. Then that is what you need to remember when you find yourself in any relationship. It doesn't have to be parasocial, but also regular relationship. You deserve someone who's be there for you. You deserve someone who knows you. You deserve someone who's gonna make their time for you, to take you to the zoo, to take you to the Disneyland, to take you to go on a date, or even just eating that noodles at the side of the street and having a romantic night under the rainfall, walking together under the same umbrella. You deserve someone who's going to be there for you physically, not as a poster on the wall, not as a fake motivation that they tell to everyone because you find it on YouTube. So that is about parasocial relationship. I'm not saying that you should stop supporting them, because if you like them as a musician, do it. But if they don't even know your name, why did you call them your twin flame? Set your price, your value high. When you say no to these people who's not going to be there for you, the universe will see. Universe will finally give up. Okay, you don't want people who's going to neglect you, abandon you, or not going to be there for you. So I'm going to give you someone who's going to be there for you. Someone who's going to hold your hand. Someone who's not going to make you going through everything alone. That is how you break your karma with parasocial relationship. Okay, I hope this video helps, and I hope I cover up everything that I want to say before I make this video. I already prepared. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helps. I'm not saying that to hurt you. I'm saying all this because I care about you. I wish we all good luck, and I wish we all got the boyfriend or girlfriend that we deserve. I'll see you guys on the next video. I love you.